Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Talk with TQ and the Energy Stoners Cafe. Now, tonight is so special to me because I'm interviewing someone that I have to say I get very excited about what she does. She is the brainchild for the Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards. Now, those of you that have been like friends of the show, listeners of the show for a few years, I interviewed her about a year ago and talked to her about the Appys, the Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards. This year, we're doing the 2023 edition of it. And I'm so excited to interview Jill Hamlin again. Welcome, Jill, and thanks for coming back to the show to talk about this.
Thank you.
Tell the audience about the Appys and what are the Appys or what is the Appys? I don't know what's proper English on that one. Explain like what the premise is and what the intention is of this great organization.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for having me again. I love your show. I listen to your show all the time.
Oh,
and it was just so wonderful having you be with us last year for the Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards. And you'll be with us again this year for the 2023. And
yes.
so, we're just so excited. But to get to your questions about what are the Appys, well, I think it would be more appropriate to say what aren't the Appys, because the Appys are everything. The Appys are art. They are entertainment. They were created to shine the light of up-and-coming artists and entertainers within the 13-state Appalachian region. So the Appalachian region covers everything from New York all the way down to Alabama. I mean, it's 13 states. Toni, that's a lot of real estate. And it's a lot of beautiful real estate as well. So much is encompassed when you talk about Appalachia. Appalachia has mountains, it has valleys, it has oceanside properties, it has lakeside, creekside. You want it, we've got it right here in Appalachia. We have everything from wonderful educators and school systems to wonderful hospitals and doctors to, again, artists and entertainers just busting out of the soil here. And it's just amazing. And I'm just so proud to be such a very small part of Appalachia and its heritage and its culture. So yeah.
Well, you exude the energy that I experienced when I was there last year. And it really, I really left there with like quite a glow on myself from the whole experience, because people have, and we did talk about this once before, people have this preconceived notion about Appalachia and the people there. It's very diverse. And what's interesting, I think will be especially interesting to my audience, is that it's just like steeped with art of all types. And a lot of celebrities are from Appalachia that people would be surprised that they're from there. But tell the audience a little bit about how Appalachia really embraces the arts and the Appys embraces the arts. And who would be the people there? If you want to name drop, that's okay. Because there were some, I mean, last year, it was right after the Grammys. I remember there were some Grammy Award winners that were at the awards. And I felt like I was correct. Just in a beautiful world of art and celebrity.
Well, thank you. Yeah. And that's really what it is. And well, if you ask me, everyone from Appalachia is a celebrity because we're just amazing people.
That's true. I agree.
And we have so much to give. And give back. And again, that's part of the Appys. So, the Appys really, they focus on, again, bringing people together, breaking down stereotypes. Art brings people together in one way or another. You either can talk about how much you love a particular piece or how much you don't love a particular piece. Art and entertainment always inspire people. And that can be in a number of different ways. It can inspire someone to create something themselves. It can inspire someone to donate to causes or to get involved in whatever movement or political movement that they might ascribe to. And it just really helps create different ways of communication. It opens communication. It allows people who some would deem non-communicative, which is just, to me, not a term. Everyone can communicate. It's just, can everyone listen in the correct way? And so arts, music allow for that dialogue, allow for that openness to really happen. And that's really what the Appy showcases. And like what you were saying, when you were here last year, and then when you're coming this year,
Yes.
you're going to be able to see everything from, again, Grammy winners and Emmy winners, to local up and coming artisans, to artisans that have made it as well. And it's just so really exciting because, like you said, there's so many different cultures and populations all within this this area, that when art is involved or entertainment is involved or music is involved, everyone can come together and everyone can be respectful of each other and just celebrate in the moment. I mean, we had so many different people there, Toni. You saw it last year.
I did. Yes, it was a hoot. I had to tell you, it was such a blast. It was more than I expected.
See, and that's it. You hit it right there, nail on the head. Appalachia is more than what you expect. It's more than what you see in media, in social media, or on any kind of news program or news outlet that you see. Appalachia is so much more than that. It is not the stereotype. It is not the stigma that is broadcast. And the Appys, I think, really showcases that. It showcases, again, our diverse culture, our diverse population, our diverse education. Because when we consider education, we consider that brick and mortar schools, but then we also consider that day-to-day education, the common sense education as well.
I think, though, also that I was just very impressed with the fact that people were from all over the country.
Yes.
I'd never been to Kentucky. Talk to the audience a little bit about the venue, which is spectacular.
Yes, it is. It is. Listen, Toni, I've been to a lot of different concerts, a lot of different plays and musicals, and a lot of different events at a lot of different venues. And I have to say that the Mountain Arts Center has to be one of the most beautiful event spaces that I have ever been in my life. There's just something about the atmosphere that's there. It's something about the people that work there on the day-to-day that really, once you walk through those doors that they've opened for you, you feel at home. It's just so relaxing. It's all inspiring. There's artwork that you can see that's there. And then, not to mention, now you've met me, you know how tall that I am not.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm only 4 foot and 10 inches tall, but there is not a bad seat at the Mountain Arts Center. I can sit in any of those seats and not have an obstructed view. That right there is worth its weight in gold, let me tell you.
Yes, it is worth its weight in gold. Being a New Yorker, we appreciate a good seat. I've also found it was interesting that people were very engaging. They'll engage with you. They don't know you from a hole in the wall, and they'll have a conversation with you as if they've known you their whole life. I know I had an interesting, I'll share with the audience, where I kind of apparently disappeared, just before I was supposed to present, and people became a little nervous about that. It's like, where is she? Where is she? Where's Toni Quest? Where is she? And I'm just in the backstage, just talking to a lot of people, having a ball, having a few laughs, talking about whatever. And all of a sudden, the mayor of the city comes looking for me. He's like, where's Toni Quest? And there she is. I mean, it was just one of those things where it's very hands-on. It's like he wasn't above, like, getting himself up and walking, and he's, I'll find her,
That's
and he
exactly
did
right.
find me. But I was actually having a good time with people that I had met there, and we were all backstage waiting for our cue to walk across that wonderful stage with that fabulous band. Where'd you get that band?
So that band is called Billie Jean Osborne's Kentucky Opry Band, and that is the house band for the Mountain Arts Center.
Oh.
Those guys and gals, let me tell you, you can't find any better. These are touring musicians. They have toured all over the world with. I'd run out of time by trying to name off all the people that they have either played on the road with or been a session musician for on an album or something like that. They are absolutely amazing. And they are the sweetest people. They are absolutely the nicest people. They can play like devils and just be angels. you know,
Yeah, they're incredible professionals, you
yes.
know. I'll say very, and it just was just, I think that, coming from the Northeast, we have like this preconceived notion, like I said in the beginning, about other areas of the country. And so I figured, oh my God, I'm going to be roughing it. This is going to be whatever. Where is this place? It's 2 hours from the airport. I'm going to get there. Have it picks me up on time. Have the what? I'm thinking, I hope they can handle it, and I was very pleasantly surprised. But also, you affiliate with Big Sandy as well. Tell the audience about Big Sandy.
So it's Big Sandy Community and Technical College, and they actually help provide the scholarships for the education category. So, if you win Best High School Choir and you are the choir director, you are then provided a scholarship that you get to give to one of your students, because you as that educator know the needs of your students. You know who's going to need that scholarship. So you get to provide that scholarship to your student. They then get to take that scholarship and apply it to any Big Sandy Community and Technical College program that we offer. And that is amazing because, again, there is art in everything. If you want to go into nursing with that scholarship, you can, because that was 100%. That's an art form. That's an absolute art form. There's art to that. If you want to go into welding technology, there is art to that. Computer information sciences, art to that. There's art in everything that you do. And Big Sandy recognizes that. So they are definitely on board with this program. They help us get it together. The physical awards that you saw last year and how heavy they were.
Yeah. And presenting it and hoping I don't drop it on my foot. Just an extraordinary experience, I have to say. And it's I felt almost as if, I've done ceremonies on stage, but there was something about that was just, unbelievable. In the audience, there were a lot of people in that audience.
Yes, there were. Yes, there were.
And that's the thing, going out on that stage and being there. I just remember how it hit me when I was looked out in the audience, like, look at all these people. Oh my gosh, all the lights are on me. I had to take a deep breath and take it in. And I just was so proud of the woman that won the award that I presented. She won Best Painter. And I think that she was so happy. I remember the look on her face when she received it. And I was so happy for her. I'm really so proud to be doing this again. And I look forward to presenting another award. So what's different about this year besides the fact that it's like another year, And I just have to tell the audience that the musical artists were incredible as well. I just want you to just tell them a little bit about how it's expanded a bit. I think it's good to be where it is. I love the venue.
Thank you. Yes. So it will change a little because, again, we're adding new categories. So like this year, we've added a textile category and a jewelry category. So those are some new categories that we have added to the 2023 Appys. So can't wait to see those winners. It's going to be
right?
So great.
That's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, me too. But our presenters and things like that, there's going to be a little difference, that you'll see there. The show lineup is going to be a little differently executed this year. Well, like last year for a grand finale, we had aerialists. And that was just absolutely stunning. And of course, they were just amazing people too. So this year we've got something real special cooked up. And I can't say what it is just yet.
The aerialists, that was interesting because they were really from Appalachia, but they had really been performing in the UK, I believe, or somewhere in Europe. And that's where they moved. And that's where they were doing their act on a regular basis. But they were from Appalachia.
That's exactly right. And they were just so amazing. Their talent is amazing. I do good to get out of bed and put my shoes on, let alone these people are hanging, 20 feet up in the air on little pieces of string and flipping and doing all this amazing stuff. So that was last year. So this year, I'm telling you, you're going to want to come. People are going to want to come see it in person. We had such great musical talent last year. We had Susan Ruth, who has an absolutely beautiful song that she did that was absolutely heart-wrenching that she performed for the in memoriam. And she's Appalachian, but she lives in California now. But she came all the way to be with us last year. We had Holly Forbes, that was one of the top 10 contestants on The Voice. She sang and presented for us. And you want to talk about a set of pipes? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, she was incredible.
Absolutely. And again, these people are just have absolute hearts of gold as well. And they believe in Appalachia. They believe in the talents that we have. We even had a gentleman, John Grayson, who came all the way from Kansas. You know, he was originally born in New York, then moved to Florida. So he's Appalachian. He's in there. But then, you know, his job took him to Kansas, and he flew all the way from Kansas to be with us. So, I mean, it's just amazing to see how we have all these different states that are in Appalachia, but then it doesn't matter if you were born here, you are Appalachian. Once you're here, you're part of us. So when you move away, you still always come home. All roads lead to Appalachia. I can tell you that.
That's true. You know, I live near the Appalachian Trail is not far from Peekskill, and I've been on it. And I have to say that never at the time I went on it, it's interesting. I think I told you how it happened. Someone took me for a walk on the Appalachian Trail, and it was in the day, and I was looking, I was just so amazed at how beautiful, you know. I remember asking him if he's good. I hope I don't end up on an episode of Dateline. I'm out here in the woods.
Oh no!
You know? But that didn't actually. No, I felt like that, but it was just so beautiful, so quiet. It smelled good, and I just got this feeling. And then I got that phone call from Travis Short out of the clear blue sky. And I'm like, can't believe you. I was just on the Appalachian Trail. I said, Appalachia, you got to be kidding me. You know, I was just on the Appalachian Trail. What do they have to offer me? And then he said, no, TQ, you got to listen, hear me out. And I'm really glad that I did, you know, because it's one of the best experiences I've had is being there. And I also think that there's diversity that people don't realize, that it's a very diverse community of people. It's not what you think. You know, it's very diverse. It's very colorful. There are people of all colors, and it was a black tie event. Everybody, you know, and it just seemed almost like I was in some metropolis. Once you get to the event, there was a red carpet. There was a red carpet interview part of it. It was just great fun. And people inviting me to Nashville and telling me that I would have a ball, and I believe them. I have to get there. Nashville.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, anybody wants to go with me, just raise your hand. I would love to go to Nashville. I was talking, I think maybe in the hotel or something about it. And it was just amazing I like being around artists anyway, because once we all know we're artists, we kind of speak the same speak.
Yes.
You know? And I think that made any differences that might have been there were kind of like diluted. You know, all of a sudden you feel like everybody's the same. How long have you lived in Kentucky? I'm curious.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I was born and raised in Kentucky for several years. Let's put it that way. For
born and raised?
Born and raised. I was. I did leave and go to Belfast, Northern Ireland. That's where I got my master's. So I've lived overseas. I did do that. I've lived in Florida. I've lived in Phoenix. So I've lived, here and there. But to me, I'm Appalachian. I'm a Kentucky girl. I'm an Appalachian girl. But I love to travel. I love to meet people. I love to have new experiences. And I love to be a part of the Appys, which, again, it just allows me to do all that and allows me to meet all these wonderful people and allows for all these wonderful people to meet other wonderful people. And that's just really exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. And I think it's interesting to note that even though you are from there, you did create the own diversity within your own life. You know, why did you decide to study in Ireland?
Well, I decided to study in Ireland because the Queen's University of Belfast, where I went to school, has one of the most established ethnomusicology programs in the world. It's an Ivy League school. It's amazing. It's an absolute beautiful campus. And so that's where I decided I wanted to go. And that's, with a wink and a prayer, I got accepted.
Okay.
And so I went. I always wanted to travel, and doing it for an educational element is how it was able to come about. And I met so many wonderful people there, again, just from different countries, different cultures, and we all just kind of created our own family. And I felt at home, just as at home there as I did, as I do sitting in my living room,
Yeah.
when I go home, at after work. And so it was just, I don't know, there was just always a calling for me to um, meet people, to learn about people, to learn about them, their cultures, their likes, their dislikes, their fears, their excitements. So, it was very humbling, a little bit of culture shock, I will say.
I can
Um,
imagine.
but I absolutely loved it, and I loved the people that I met, and I still love them today. And it just really helped me realize that, um, even though I was miles and miles and miles away from home, there was still so much that was still the same. The people were still the same. Nobody wanted to be hurt. Everybody wanted to make sure nobody got sick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
And, everybody was fed. I mean, it was the same thing, and it was the same struggles that everybody has. Is my car going to work? And, you know, everybody everywhere has the exact same things going on in their lives. They worry about their kids. They worry about their parents. They worry about their friends.
yeah. It's just, I guess it's really about surviving from day to day. Now, this year, I hear that all 13 states are being represented in the awards.
That's so far. That's what we are seeing. That
Yeah,
is what we are
that's a
seeing.
beautiful thing,
It
and then
really
you're
is.
expanding the awards. I mean, I looked at the list of the reveal today. I think you called it the reveal.
Yes.
And the nominees, I think I sent did a post and congratulated the nominees. It's an honor. I can only, I feel so happy for them, to be nominated for an Appy. I really have to say, I kind of equate it for being nominated for a Grammy or being nominated for an Oscar. And people say, oh yeah, right, TQ, an Oscar. But she said, you weren't there. I was there.
Yeah.
And it's that way. And also there were people that were celebrities that made a point to get there. Like you said, the woman that was one of the runners up in American Idol
Yeah.
or The
The
Voice.
voice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she does have some set of pipes on her. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
sure does.
And
She
it was
sure does.
such a thrill to be able to just like talk to her one on one. She was such a wonderful person. And everybody there, was so incredibly talented. And it was interesting that a lot of the people that, most of the people there, I would say, were artists. The ones that I spoke to, they didn't necessarily perform themselves, but as an artist, it's an honor to present an award to another artist. There's just something about that, only
Yes.
because you can easily imagine how good they feel, and you hope that they remember the moment they looked in your eyes when you handed
Yeah.
them that award. I just remember looking in her eyes and handing her that award. It's priceless. What
It
can I
is.
say?
It is. It's arts to me is just it's an umbilical cord that attaches to us, to everything. It attaches us to the earth and to one another. And once you do that, like you said, you make that connection, you make that attachment. You know, you're your family. You're in.
You're in, right? It's true.
Yeah.
And I'll say I have people that I know and respect that don't believe in artists to get awards. Artists shouldn't compete. And I got to say, I really disagree with that. That's why I really embrace this, because I know, even if you get a little award, it can lead to something. I know personally for me, I got a runners up on a painting I did years ago, and it led to a million things for me, a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. It helped my career because unrecognized, nobody knew me until I got that award. And I
Right.
shout out to Lucinda Clark, who realized the same thing, because I got that award. That's why I met her. And she was
Right.
very instrumental in doing some things for me. And I am so happy, Jill, to do this again. I can't begin to, I can hardly wait. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, if
Well,
I
you
can
just
make
come
that trip,
on
because it's a little cumbersome, but once I get there, it's just, you're just in this wonderful world, in this wonderful environment with these wonderful, wonderful people and amazing artists. If you're an artist,
Thank
once you
you.
get there, you realize you're in your element because it's just all about the arts.
It really is, and I really think that it's even for people to just to come to the show to watch it. I think that it's really something for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're someone that just likes to listen to music that you don't play, or you like to watch movies, but you're not don't consider yourself an actor. This is a show that you can come to and be entertained and enjoy. Um, Watching everything unfold, and watching the recognition of these nominees and of the presenters and the acts that are performing during the show as well.
Yeah. Will it be streamed online at any point this year? 'Cause I
It
know,
will not be streamed online this year. It will be filmed again live like last year, and then it
mhm.
will air at a later date from TCN. So yeah, so
Okay, so
it's
it's
going to
something
be
to
really
look forward
exciting.
to. That's
That's
great. We can look
exactly.
forward to something like that. Well, I thank you so much, Jill. You're the best, and I love the fact that you have such incredible energy. And I got a sense of how busy you are, you know? So I thank you for taking some time out to do this. And I look forward to perhaps interviewing some of the nominees or winners of the awards, because they're amazing artists, amazing visual artists, amazing performing artists, and they deserve the recognition. And that's why I do it, because so often artists are not recognized until they're long in the grave, and I'm against it. Be famous now,
That's
you know?
exactly right.
And so that's why I like doing these kind of things. And I thank you so much, Jill, for including me. A shout out to Travis Short for turning me on to this and convincing me that I wasn't going to get killed going to Appalachia. You know,
That's
I get
exactly
there
right.
safely, and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Can hardly wait to do it again.
Well,
Yes,
we can't wait to have you again.
it'll be fun. I'm looking forward. So I'm going to say
Yeah.
goodnight to the audience and tell them get your tickets for the Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards, the Appys. Just really quickly, Jill, how can they get tickets if they say, I'm going to go and they want to get tickets to it?
If you want to get tickets to the Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards, you can go to macarts.com and
Hmm.
get your tickets there, or you can always
Okay.
call the friendly box office at 888 MAC Arts.
Okay, got it. But thanks everybody for coming to listen. And like I always promise, I'll always bring you the most interesting people I can find on the planet. I thank you again for coming to listen. And thank you, Jill Hamlin. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.